Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is my weekend report for week ending November 19th, 2016. And we're looking at the S&P 500 here. Not a big continuation. We did have a continuation from the previous week. We're not quite the new highs in the S&P, but we most certainly are in the Dow. A little bit higher than last week, but not much. So, you know, we do have a doji here, so we got to watch that. That could mean that this run is over, and maybe we need to pull back a little bit. I definitely would consider any low volume pullback a buy-in opportunity if you're not already in. This market seems to be prepared to go higher. We'll have to see just how much higher. Some other areas of the market that are just tearing it up right now, the semiconductors. If the semiconductors are doing good, that's always good for the market. And you see they had a very good week. They are at all-time highs and up 31% for the year. Another area of the market that is doing extremely well is the transports, and they are up almost 18% for the year, and you can see a nice big continuation candle. Is this at all-time highs? No, it is not at all-time highs. So this has some ways to go before it even gets there. Other areas to look at. We'll take a look at some commodities. They are not doing so well, although oil did do a little bit better. Let's focus in a little bit. We did have an up week in oil, ended a 3-week losing streak. So, and that also helped the Canadian dollar quite a bit. We'll look at that here in a moment. So maybe this downtrend's over and we'll start to make another run at that $51 area that we cannot seem to get through. Gold is still having its problems. Another down week. You know, this stepping pattern down has not changed. So silver, same way. Pretty ugly move in silver on still on volume. One good thing though is the gold miners, although it not a great looking candle, it did stop the bleeding with a little bit of an up week on decent volume. And the gold miners tend to lead the metals, so maybe it's telling us this down move is over, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. It's definitely not giving any clear buy signals at this point. Now let's take a look at the currencies. We'll start with my strong week rankings. I took some time off this week, and when I got back, the market was pretty much moving in the direction it was before I left. And here we see U.S. dollar compared to last week. It has gained strength. It's past the pound, just barely. The pound has also gained strength. As a matter of fact, everybody's gained strength against the yen. As long as you were long dollar, you were making money, and if you are short the yen against anything, you're making money. Now let's take a look at some currency pairs. Here is our old friend, the Euro-US dollar, and I told you last week that this engulfing candle is definitely buyable, and we had a beautiful continuation candle. Now we're getting close to this area that's been strong support as we've been in this sideways moving market. So we'll have to see if we can punch through that, or does that become support again and it ends this downtrend. Next we'll look at the Aussie-US dollar. Again, we had the little engulfing pattern last week and big continuation this week. That definitely would have been a viable trade there. This one has a long ways to go. The thing is, it's so weird about this is normally the Aussie-US dollar would be moving up as a pair when the U.S. stock market is moving up, but this is actually moving in an opposite direction of stocks, which is a little strange, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Next one I'm going to look at is the U.S. dollar yen. And I talked about this one last week also. We had that powerful engulfing candle, and sounds like my dog has found something to bark at. And we had great continuation this past week. I am long the U.S. I am long this pair, U.S. dollar yen. I'm also short the euro U.S. dollar. So I had a pretty good week while I was on vacation. And anything else we want to look at here? How about the euro pound? You know, we finally had that breakdown, and then we had a little bit of continuation, not much. I would still expect this to go lower, though it may need to pull back a little bit before the next move down. What does it look like on the daily? Yeah, we still got a long ways before we get to the 200. So you know, another 250 to 300 pip move lower would not surprise me a bit. Then we'll see if this has legs. If it can punch through that 200-day moving average, then we can pretty much kiss this uptrend goodbye. Right now, it's just a counter trend move. And that's pretty much what I got for you this week. Hopefully everybody's making lots of money. We got some good moving trends right now. And I will catch y'all later in my thread.